What's up, everybody? Welcome. It's Mr. Straight Facts Show. I am Mr. Straight Facts. Let's get into today. Hope you guys had a good day. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? So today, I had gotten all happy yesterday that the tariffs were off. I had to go look it up, even though the news media was saying that all the tariffs that Trump put on were gone. That was not true. They still had tariffs on automobiles, aluminum, and steel, and some other things that came from China. But for the most part, they were gone. And there were two judges that got rid of them, and one outweighed the other, I guess. So it was still off, and then somehow, out of nowhere, they're back on again. But from what I hear, it's back on because they're giving Donald Trump time to appeal. Now, here's my thing. I'm looking at it this way. I don't understand how the law works. Of course, if you're a lawyer, let me know. But just out of common sense, if one judge said, hey, no, and I understand like one is higher than the other. I get it. So one says, no, you got to take it off. The other one's like, I'll give you some time to appeal. But in that time, shouldn't it be turned off instead of left on? I mean, it kind of negates the fact of even trying to get an appeal if you're going to keep it on. But he says like for 11 or 14 days or something like that. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he's got 2 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but paying attention to Donald Trump going through all these court cases, Americans' law is kind of fucked up, isn't it? I mean, you get so many damn chances at shit if you're rich. You can't file half the crap that this man has filed if you have no money. This is insane. Everybody should be equal in the law, and if you don't have the funds, you can be sitting in the jail rotting and be innocent. You just don't have the funds. You can be crooked as hell and rich and be getting away with everything. Doesn't sound like the system really works if that's the case. Hey, Mark, how you doing? For members, we have a Discord. I went on and started it right now. The Discord is over there. It's we're starting. So I just started it and say, what the heck? It's called Project Infinity. I put the link for the members so all the members can see it. You can come on and join in and discuss different things. It's just open right now, so it doesn't have a lot of things in it. I liken it to a new home. It's our new home on Discord, so we got to do some interior decorating. But let's get back to the day. They overturned this appeal. Now here's the thing. How many of you guys know how this actually works when they appealed it? Let's just say that the judge will say eventually, after giving Donald Trump the appeal, that they would say, you know what, you really don't have unilateral power to do what you just did. We agree with the other courts. After 14 days, the tariffs are off. Let's say, hopefully, thank God, that happens. But in the meantime, because all this time has gone on, that some people have had to pay those tariffs, right? So when those tariffs are paid, and let's say, like these stores have said, Walmart and the like, their prices are going to rise. Well, they've bought these products already. They're putting them in the stores. They're going to go up. I don't know, by a few cents or by dollars. Thanks, Dave Pickett. I appreciate it. But by dollars or whatever it may be. But when it increases, right? And let's say whatever product that you buy on a regular basis is $20. Now you go and it's $40, or let's say $30. And I go too high. Say it's $30. So you paid $10 more for it. So you figure like, okay, it's going to be so expensive to just, they may raise it up to $40 next week or $50 next week. So you go ahead and buy $300 worth of it. You don't buy 30 of them because of the fact that it costs $10 more or whatever. So now you got this excess whatever in your house, so you don't have to worry about these increases, decreases, all that. Now, you bought it for $30 when they were making a good profit at 20. And Donald Trump and all, this situation, like they had already said, they were going to refund these importers, the businesses like Walmart. They're going to refund Walmart the money, the excess money they had to pay for these tariffs. The government had to refund them, right? So when they refund them the difference, you don't get no refund. You didn't pay it. and it's a wrap. And there's no guarantee that Walmart's going to start charging $20 for it, seeing as how you already done bought it for 30. Do you see how the American people keep losing? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. You would hope Walmart would take it back to its original price. But playing these games, knowing that wealthy people are greedy, they'll find a way like, ooh, we thought that nobody would buy it at 30. They've bought it, and they've bought more because of the fact that scarcity, you don't know what's going to happen. Oh, we can actually sell them at 30. So now you're paying $30 for something that should be worth $20 with them getting a great profit. Greedy people will find a way to continue gouging you. So these are the types of things why I'm building what I'm building with partners, because it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you could get astronomically wealthy off of 20, and the American citizen can barely get by on average, and $20 is probably way more than they should be spending for it, but they haven't complained about it. Why would you raise it to 30 other than greed? To appease somebody, an investor who didn't think nothing about it until you said, oh, we can get more money. And then all of a sudden you guys come into cahoots and say, hey, let's F over the American people. The same people that fix your car, the same people that bring you food, the same people who cook for you, the same people that take care of your children, you give two shits about. It takes a special type of human to do that. And I mean horrible special, evil special type of human to be that greedy. You still gonna get a yacht. You still gonna get a mansion if you did the right thing. But you rather just get more. At some point, when is enough is enough? Never. They'll never be satisfied until they see, poor people just dead on the streets. And then they won't do nothing but like, you know what, we got to get like a system to kind of like go scoop them up. So impersonal. But you can see them saying it. Elon and all of them. You can literally, Mr. Wonderful, you can literally hear them say, oh, well, less garbage on the road. Pick it up and move it. Like it's just roadkill. You have no doubt that that's what they would be like. They have no emotion toward the American people. And it's kind of weird. I don't think they care about their own families. You never hear them talking about how they love their wives or love their kids or what their kids are doing. They're never on family mode. They're always on money mode. And who lives like that? They don't even talk about their kids' graduations. They don't say shit about family, loved ones at all. It tells you they have no attachment, no emotion toward humanity. It's just money, power, and looking down on those who don't have. Not realizing or not even caring that if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't have. They're not going to get out there and work at their own business to make the money that they make. Yet they don't care about the people who are making them millionaires and billionaires. They're just an ends to a means, or a means to an end. So anyway, that's just my, on my soapbox for a minute. Let me back up off of it. The appeal was denied, and then we're gonna see what happens. I don't know if right now that well, not their appeal, but they got to wait for their appeal to see if it be denied. I think it's going to another federal court. I don't think it's Supreme Court just yet, but we will see. But I'm hoping they keep it killed. One of the things I noticed, and I talked about it, I think yesterday, but I didn't show the video, was that Elon Musk is trying to get on the American side again, the American people side, and that shit ain't. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, that shit ain't gonna work. You fired people for no reason. Said you're gonna save $2 trillion. So many people are out, out of their jobs that are important jobs. So many mistakes. You guys said you can do $2 trillion. In the time that you was there, you've said so many numbers. 500 billion. Oh, we're going to try and get $1 trillion. Then they said some stuff about, oh, we're going to be there. We're going to get to, um, I think 1.5 billion. Then it went back down again. And it's estimated that it's somewhere around 175 billion. And that's over time, not like per year. I'm sitting there like, you guys said there was so much crime and fraud, that it was so rampant. But you saved 175 billion, you say. But that was cutting out programs that you found no crime or fraud in. I don't know about you, but excuse me, I got sneeze. I don't know about you, but don't you need to arrest somebody for fraud? I charge somebody with fraud. I didn't realize that you can say fraud happened without charging a single soul. It sounds like you just went in and just started seeing where you spend money at and saying, hey, we don't need this department. Is it fraud? Is it overspending? No, we just don't want these departments. And you start to realize a lot of departments he was cutting were departments that kept Americans safe from vultures like him, the billionaires. It kept us safe from him, consumer reporting and stuff like that. Learning about certain things about our health, parts of the CDC, parts of education, everything we need to keep this country afloat. Defunding areas in which now people aren't even notified ahead of time that a tornado is coming in their community. It's just hitting them because our departments are lacking that much. I noticed they have a new name for Donald Trump, Taco, right? And it's hilarious to me. And Trump always chickens out. I made a video about it with a chicken going across the screen. It made me laugh. But I have another name for that entire administration, Nomad. That administration always talks about merit. There is no merit administration. That's what they are, the no merit administration. None of them are qualified for any other fucking jobs that are available. Not a one. None of them are doing a good job. We got the FBI and also like a Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. They doing the I done fucked up all the time tour. Going on Fox and other places saying everything they said while they were on their podcast and getting paid millions of dollars from the dipshits that are called MAGA. Now they're saying many of those things are just not true. Specifically, exact terms, they said that they had this conspiracy theory that, Jeffrey Epstein was murdered. And now, Dan Bongino's out here saying, you know what? I'm telling you, go find that video. When he's saying it, he looks butthurt to say it. Butthurt. He'll be saying, it's just not true. Epstein killed himself. I'm like, wait a minute. MAGA, your guy who was screaming, getting all red in the face, got anger issues and shit. That dude, Dan Bongino, the screamer, going nuts. He went ape shit almost every night, screaming and yelling and turning red about Epstein was killed. He didn't kill himself. All these conspiracy nut job theories. And now he's in the position they were true. So here's the thing I need. The theories weren't true. The facts of what was coming out was true. Here's what I need from Dan Bongino, right? This is what I need from them. Once they realize their batshit crazy theories no longer are real, the truth was always given out, you owe the FBI, who was before you, a fucking apology. And I ain't talking about no little shit. Some serious ass on the show. I am sorry, the head of the FBI. You were right, and my batshit crazy ass was wrong. How about that? How does that work? You have sat there and degraded the FBI, the CIA, and all of these federal departments. And now you're finding out through, I watched the videos myself and he killed himself. Well, you need to go on the same batshit tour and tell the MAGA people it was made the fuck up. That's what you need to be doing, because you destroy people's lives. You sent these nut jobs to their homes and made death threats saying they were liars, and now you're coming out and saying they were telling the truth. They did their job. You owe them that much. But did these chicken shit people do that? No. They just looked butthurt and admitted it that they were wrong. They didn't say they were wrong. They just said, I've seen the information, I've seen the video or whatever he said, the evidence, and Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. What other batshit theories you guys had is no longer true, right? That's what we need to know, so you can tell these people, the MAGA, that they were wrong. Call your dogs off. You ain't gonna do that because you don't have any integrity. Like I said, it is the no merit administration. Call them nomads. They're no merit. They do not deserve to be any position of power because they lie, they cheat, they steal, they grift, they rape, they do all kinds of crazy shit, and somehow they believe they have merit. You should be behind bars. That should be the merit. But that's what they did. They literally lied, and now they're going on a news tour talking about, well, we're going to do the best that we can and do investigations on this, that, and the third, because these batshit people want an investigation off the bat crazy theories they gave them. And here's the thing. All the leaders of the FBI that had been let go, that these people took your positions. I know it's not probably of your character to go on to the news stations, but you should not let bygones be bygones. You should be on MSNBC, CNN, and calling these batshit crazy people out. We told the truth. He came out and said it on Fox. Now what? Are we going to be vindicated? Are we going to be reinstalled in our position, seeing as how they made up a bunch of crap and now they're having to admit that that was wrong? How about the other things that you know, ma'am or sir, who was in the FBI, CIA, all of these people that were in credible positions? You might want to start doing that. And on top of that, because hey, whoever y'all are, do me a favor. Contact a lawyer and sue their asses, please, because they literally drug your name through the mud. Oh, please have a lawsuit against them. Please do, because they defamed you guys constantly. They are the reason why you're getting death threats to this day. They are the reason. So please do not let up on them. Don't give them a pass. And legacy media, mainstream media, you guys need to be doing more homework on these types of things. You're allowing them to say this stuff, but you're not backing up the people who were in power to begin with, who did the right job that these people were making noise about, calling these people thugs and killers and, rogue and the swamp and all that. And now a little cockeyed Cash, that dude, is sitting here acting like, oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, I know. They should have never believed you. I know. You lied, and you knew you were lying. You had worked for the FBI. You knew you was making up lies. Just so you can get in a position of power. And now you're there. You guys sit and look at a wall all day because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're waiting for people to give you orders so you can get up like a robot and do whatever they ask and then sit your ass right back down until they wind your ass back up. Facts. They need to be sued, like Stephanie says, from here to kingdom come, because they just admitted on Fox. That's your evidence. Take it to court. I'm not a lawyer, but I would try it because they defamed the hell out of you. And they have not apologized publicly. And these people are on you. They haven't called their dogs off. That's why Dan Bongino was looking all butthurt when he said it. Look at his face. This man has all this anger and hate in his heart when you see him talking, when he spoke with conviction. But when he had to tell the truth, he looked like a little ussy. That's what he looked like. Total ussy. Where's your screaming at now, bro? When it's the truth, where's your screaming at? Where's your extra, like, bravado, your testosterone pills? Where they at? You weak as fuck when you got to say the truth. When you lying, you got all this bravado. Acting like you a man when you a little punk. Craziness. Elon Musk gets out of the Trump prison of lying about everything, and now he has a heart to tell the truth. Remember when he was working for Doge and was in the house, you couldn't say nothing about Trump that this man would not agree with. Trump would say some crazy stuff off the cuff, and he'd be like, yup, just kissing ass, because he was in there getting rid of what he needed to get rid of. All of these agencies that were holding his spaceships behind, having to do investigations on him, closing those down. They weren't trying to save money for us. They was trying to destroy anything that literally had a regulation for any of their billion-dollar companies. That's what they were there to do. And they saved money by closing those departments down. And now he's ready to go back and start breaking laws because those things are no longer looking at him, nor are those regulations available to them. And even though there may be some that are still there, they've weakened them so much that even if they came after him, he has enough money to have them in court until all of them are 150 years old. Hey, Alice, how you doing? Now we're going to go ahead and see the video. Let me see if I can put you guys as at the same time, put some of your messages, your chats up here too. The you'll see that'll be at the other one. I'll do it after this. But we're going to see Elon Musk say his little, I'm back from Trump derangement syndromeville. Because Trump derangement syndrome is really what these MAGA have. They're the ones that are deranged. They can't see reality. They're in this zombie phase of reality and shit. They're the Trump deranged ones. How you Trump deranged when you're a fact telling person and they out here selling sheep shit? Oh, well, it can't be that. And you look it up and it's like total. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. It's crazy. All right, let's listen to this fool talk.
So, I was like disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I'm gonna play it again. See if I can play this again. I want to hear it.
So, I was like disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
All right. So he's literally talking about this bill is a big bill, not so beautiful, knowing that it's going to, based off what it says, it's going to cost $4 trillion. Now, this man was trying to cut $2 trillion. Now, he done been in there for ever how long, 4 months, whatever it was. And he couldn't find even $1 worth of any kind of like fraud, right? He couldn't find $1 of fraud because they haven't charged anybody with fraud. So they never found 1 ounce of fraud. I don't know how, but hey, they found 0 fraud. But they cut a lot of departments because they were overspending. And what they meant by overspending was these departments existed and they didn't want them to exist. So they weakened them so that they can break the laws. $4 trillion estimated to add to the deficit. Do you understand? They said it was going to add 4 trillion to the deficit. Well, how much was how much added last time? The time before that, 2 trillion. We're normally taking in about 4.4 something trillion from taxes and things of that nature for our budget. And 6.92 or something like that, a little over 6 that we're spending, which means close to over like $2 trillion that we're over like every freaking year. So this is going to add 4. Now the question is, based off of the government, you never know, are they saying that now we're going to add 4, that it's going to be at $8 trillion? Because it's normally at 4 that we have, and our deficit's at 2, so we use 6. So you're telling me, is it going to be $8 or $10 trillion we're going to be spending? Because we're already over 2. Is that 4 more? Or is it just 2 more on top of the 2 that we always over? We don't know. I've been trying to find out. No information about it so far. But even if it is, we spend 4, we're over 4, that's $8 trillion. That 4 we have there, 4, it's twice as much as we actually bring in. How on earth can you save money by spending more money and charging less money or taxes, which is how we get our money, on the rich? That means me and you and our kids for generations are footing this bill because the rich people are getting a permanent tax break on top of building $4 trillion on top of the deficit so that they can get a tax cut. Do you see how medieval this shit is? This is some medieval shit. How do they sell this to MAGA or anybody? If MAGA can hear this, because I know y'all allergic to the truth, so you probably nowhere near my live feed, but I want you to understand something. Your kids, your grandkids, you and your great grandkids are going to be paying this debt off for generations to come. There is no way that this is conservative. Nowhere in the realm of conservative. They're going to take $4 trillion when we're already $2 trillion off on our budget. That means we're borrowing $2 trillion because we're only bringing in 4. You got to ask yourself something. At some point in time, we got to cut back. Or we just going to go balloon up to $100 trillion that we owe. Your great-great-grandkids are going to be at 132 trillion that they're going to have to owe. How the hell would y'all do this? I don't understand who does math like this. Who does their books like this? We're going to expand so much that the bond market is just going to crash, and then the dollar ain't going to be worth shit, and then all of a sudden America is no longer a power. The arrogance of America to think that you won't regress back to being a horrible country while other countries like China, Japan, Korea will surpass us in droves. Don't get it twisted. It ain't like we're on this axis that we're going to always be on. It takes effort, just like anything else, to stay on top. Michael Jordan didn't just stay on top because he was just talented and he just sat down and smoked cigars and did crazy shit all the time and just said that he practiced his butt off. America's not practicing to be good anymore. We're dumbing down our students, getting rid of public education stuff, trying to get like PBS and our news, NPR, uh, not taking care of our American citizens. There are brilliant people out there. There are geniuses that can help us solve certain things like cancer or ALS or whatever it may be. If they get sick and don't have money, the brightest could die just because of the fact this country doesn't take care of its own. Every country that is of power takes care of their people. Like if there are power, like Japan takes care of its people. You got Canada taking care of its people. We're like I ain't gonna say the only country, but we're one of the big major countries. And we don't do it. We're constantly fighting on how much money we can get the insurance companies, not the people. The insurance companies. The billionaires are the people they focus on. If we took care of healthcare, our people would live longer. Obesity wouldn't be so big in this country if it was focused on our preventative health. People having to work and not have health care and scared that they're going to get sick go so long being sick before they go see doctors. I know y'all done seen it. People going to see the doctor and got something on their body, like got a huge something on their neck. And I'm like, you've been walking around with this big sack or whatever the hell it is on your neck for how long? Had to wait for a TV show to pay for it for free because they couldn't pay for this dude to go. Big ass mass on his neck. That's because America doesn't have health care for its people. We don't give a damn about our own people. America is our family. If another country dropped a bomb, we'd all run to try and fight and take care of our safety as Americans. But it's sad it has to go there. We can't care for each other when there's no tragedy. There's no war. No collective give a fuck. It's all, I don't care until shit hits the fan. Sad. Sad case of affairs. When I was thinking of Doge, it's called lymphoma. Yeah. I was thinking of Doge. And I was thinking of, and I made a video about it today. Put it on both YouTube and TikTok. I think my Blue Sky as well. But I was focusing on the reality of Elon Musk was put at the head of Doge. Now, Doge's like mission was to cut back and spend less on stuff. That's what they built it as. So, seeing as how they built it like that, why was he ahead of it? There had to be, and I always thought, something else other than what they were talking about, because he doesn't show the merit for cutting back on funds or spending less. He is a person who spends more. Twitter was only worth in 2022 $30 billion. He spent $44 billion for it. That's overspending. You spent $14 billion more than what it was worth in 2022. By 2023, Twitter was only worth $19 billion. Originally only worth 30. So it lost $11 billion in value. But seeing as how he bought it for 44, now the value is 44. So from a 44 billion to a drop of what? 30 something or whatever, 25 billion dollars. And today, well, I think it's 2024. It's supposedly worth 15. So he lost from 2023 to 2024. he lost another $4 billion in worth. I don't know what it's worth now, but I had to look some stuff up. I was saying, like, how in the world can you have a business that's worth 30 billion? You spend 44 billion for it, $14 billion more than it's worth. The following year, it decreased so much that it went from 44 to 19. How are you still in business? Then I had to go back and look at how he financed that business. He financed it through a bunch of Tesla stock. And then he got debt financing for $13 billion. And I started to look into debt financing. Now, everybody who, me and you, if you have a credit card, or whatever, you get a loan, that's debt financing. But it's different for consumers, which is me and you, than it is for what they consider producers, which is Elon Musk. And, the business of partners will be a producer as well. So it's different because debt financing for us is a negative. None of us want to be in debt. We want to have our bills paid, everything's good. For businesses, they love debt. And that's because they get an influx of money, like in his case, Elon Musk, he took $13 billion out of debt, in debt. And when you are in a producer phase of debt, it's a whole different ball game. For us, we got to pay the principal and the interest, right? And more than likely, you're going to be paying the interest for the majority, and then the principal, you're getting like maybe 1 or 2% on it every time you pay. So you got to pay it till you pay it off and different things of that nature. And you're in business, it's not as cut and dry. They don't get equity in your company when they give you these loans in businesses. They don't get, a lot of things within this. They don't own any part of your business. They're buying into your future that hopefully it's going to grow, and that you just pay, and they can set up it any way they want to, which he set it up in a way of all he owes them is interest. Doesn't owe him anything like on the principal. He owes them the interest. So he pays the interest, the business, and it's so tripped too is, and you got to understand something, these banks that he's loaning from, that's America's money. These people use our money to get wealthy. They don't use their own money. The banks are me and your money. Me and you put money in our banks. The bank lends our money out in hopes that whatever they invest in grows. So they take our money, invest it in a big chunk. They gave this man $13 billion, these banks. And he's going to owe the interest. So that's why he's not going broke. And then on top of that, the interest was loaned to them on Twitter. So he don't owe it. Twitter does. That's how Donald Trump did his thing too. It made sure that the company owns the debt. So if the company goes bankrupt, personally, I'm not touched. We can't do that. We can if we start a business. But again, your business has to be making money. That's how this system works. And a lot of people don't know that. I told some friends who never had a business, so it's understandable they didn't know this. And even if you do have a business, it's kind of understandable that you don't know, because most people are in the frame of mind that they don't want that. They just want everything to be above board. I want pluses, not minuses. And so these people operate differently. They love debt because that's how most of them have made their wealth, off of debt. People giving them money, and all they have to do is pay the interest off of it. And if it goes, if it dies, then what happens is these investors, they don't get anything from Elon Musk, not a dime. They get money from Twitter. But if you ran Twitter into the ground, then all they can get is the furniture, the computers. If you bought the building instead of rent the building, all your property is owned under Twitter, and these people end up buying everything on Twitter. So his houses are probably built. Some of his houses are bought under Twitter, so that he can act like he only makes 10,000, whatever it is, a year. There's so much to learn about this shit. I just wanted to give you guys some information about how these people run their lives and how we run ours. And not to say that we can't do that when we start doing partners and stuff like that. It's just to get you an understanding that as long as these systems are like that, the average person is not going to benefit from unless they learn it. So those types of things are going and learning about being, financially literate, and on both sides of the spectrum of being financially literate for your home, or being a consumer, and financially literate for also being a producer or an entrepreneur of some sort. Those are the things that we need to inform not only ourselves but our kids, grandkids, and things like that. If that's not something you already know, not trying to talk down or to anybody, just trying to inform. Um, and it's just crazy that they make their money off of debt, and they again, the system is built for producers, not consumers. And it's crazy how they've made America the largest consumer. And these producers sell to us, like I said, they go to other countries that produce it, which they gave it to them to do to begin with, make it cheap, and they know they can come to us and get wealthy off of us, while at the same time firing us, treating us like we don't matter, wanting to pay less, getting a union busting so that people can't even own homes or get paid worth the damn that they can live off of, and then want us to come back to them and be loyal to their product. It's crazy. Hopefully we can figure out a way, with partners and stuff like that. Like I said, the Discord is up. As far as community, you should see in the community. I sent out a text today on YouTube here. I posted the Discord link, and it's new, so it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It just has just the name. It's Project Infinity, and you can go get in there. I don't know if it's all. I just got it, so I don't know if it's a situation where I have to approve you in the room. I'll go check it out after the show to see if anybody tried to get in, so that I can try to let people in and be moderators if they want to be, things of that nature. And those are the things that we've been doing. We've been working on partners, about as well. Um, Today has just been a whirlwind of Trump and Elon Musk for me. I don't know about anybody else. I know as far as like the the tariffs and things of that nature, and also of Doge. Uh, it's just been really kind of weird. Is it a gaming platform, Kristen? I don't know. It's a server platform. I guess gamers use it a lot. Yeah, but I noticed it's a program, an app that allows you to just communicate back and forth. You can be on video call. You can be on audio call. It's very much a if you're old school, I ain't gonna go there. I just go old school with us seasoned folks. You remember back in the day when they had the party line on the phones. You just had to click a button, and it was two of you on the phone. Somebody else click a button, it was three of you on the phone. It's like a party line, but technology. It's kind of funny, but yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the Aegis Discord too. They have a Discord. But you can come and check it out. And I just started it because I figured everybody want to connect, and it's all about Project Infinity. It's really about focusing on us becoming partners and the different things of this nature. What I told you, what we're trying to do to build opportunities for everybody. So I mean, you can all talk about what you want to talk about, but that's the mission. That's the mission that we're going for. Uh, it's about solutions for our political issues and our personal issues. It's not just about complaining about the problem so much as I do. I complain about it, and that's the solution part, right? So everything you hear me complain about, I'm finding a solution for not only my family but for all of us, and you'll see it. And it's called Partners, Partnas. If you went to the website, there's not going to be there except for it being developed. It'll tell you some coming soon or something like that. But we're developing that, and it's a beautiful thing to see it come together about how easy it is and how crazy it, a lot of people haven't thought of this, but I guess again infusing um, uh, capitalism with love, like with care, is something that is weird that nobody really ever thought of. But that's what I thought of and been thinking about since I was 8. I just didn't know how to do it. Technology's here now, so now we can infuse capitalism with caring, and everybody can win, and be able to, and everybody's gonna win differently. It's not an equal, like, oh, I gotta get $12, you gotta get $12. Whatever you buy, you buy. Like competition. It's on your own life. It's within your own budget. We're going to be fiscally conservative, and then give people opportunities to even franchise and start their own business with this whole structural format as we build on. So therefore, people can have a better life and pass it on to their kids and things of that nature. It's an amazing thing. I'm thankful that God gave it to me, and that's for all of us. And you know, anybody who's looking forward to improving their life and breaking away from billionaires. Um, and who knows, different brands might come on later, but we're not focusing on any brands. We're focusing on quality. So Alice did send me some information. Kristen, I think she has to go shopping and give me some information. But send me an email at info@straightfacts, no chaser. Oh, I never put up the. Let me see if I can do that now. Um, Straight facts, no chaser. I put it on there. .com. Info@straightfactsnochaser.com. All one word. And I'll get information about the stores you shop at, the not stores, but the products you buy, whether it be soap, I don't care if it's lotion, earrings, hats, anything that you buy on a normal basis in your budget that you buy, electronics, shoes, all different types of clothing, so that we can get quality brands that may not be name brand. There's a lot of um, quality products out there that are being made at these same factories as um, your favorite brands that you buy and spend hundreds of dollars on. There are, mock-ups and different ones that are made with real leather, and don't have a label, and that can be a process in which you buy quality because we're going to be trying them out. Everything that they put on the platform will be something that we've tried out and the community has agreed that it's quality. And if it's quality of product, everybody can trust the fact that when you're buying it, everybody has either tried it, or at least a core group of people who are part of building this together have tried it at some point and gave their thumbs up on it. At least the majority of us have given a thumbs up. And that way we can have products that we buy that we actually, every time we buy it, we actually make money off of it. And we're transparent, no gouging, nothing. And I think that's the best way to go as far as when it comes to buying products and taking care of each other in that sense, um, which leads to many other arenas in life, whether it be food that we buy. We're going to try and partner up with farmers, local farmers, so that they too are not held over the fire by corporations and the government and so forth, whereas they lose out. We're going to try and connect our group directly to those producers, so therefore you can receive your products fresh directly from the farm, things of that nature, and whatever it may be. We're moving from producer to producer, whatever it is that we deal with, and that allows us, the American people, to take back everything and break our addiction, so to speak, or break the hold that billionaires have on us. It's not going to be easy for some people because some people are just brand happy. They think just the name itself makes the product, and then you realize most of the time the product is the same as something else. They just do a label on it, and it's not even different. So those are the types of things we're going to do. Thank you for the donation, DJ. I appreciate you. So those are the things that we're working on to care about one another. Um, the The Discord is Project Infinity. You'll see Straight Facts on there, Mr. Straight Facts. I believe it might just say Straight Facts, no chase or whatever, but that's me. You'll see a picture of me. The actual logo is PI, so it says Project Infinity. It's a PI, capital letters. You'll see that. You can get in. If not, I'll let you in after the show to be able to connect that way. And you guys talk about what you want to talk about. That's fine with me. Being respectful, of course. That's what we all are anyway. So those are the things that I've been working on. Like I said, I talk about the problems, but I create solutions as well. So let's get in there and start working, trying to find a better way for all Americans who are willing to realize that we may be different, but more than likely we all want the same things. We really just want to have a good life, raise a family for some of us. Some of us don't want families, but we want to be a part of a family. We want to just, you know, enjoy our lives, not go broke, but work and not have to overwork to do so. Some of us want to be fiscally conservative and still be able to grow our income and create wealth and, retire the way we should retire and never have to give up on that. Because if you're buying things through this for the rest of your life, you're always making money. So that's the type of thing that I'm focusing on, because if you're not focused on the people or for the people, you're just focused on yourself. And why do I need your product? If it covers my feet and it doesn't hurt my feet and it feels good, I don't need your logo. I don't need your swoop. I don't need your stripes. I don't need none of that, because I'm not addicted to you. I'm breaking that mold. Because why? Because these companies make way too much money to be out here lobbying to not give people health care. How about this? Partners, we work together, that if we can grow like that and get into that billionaire status, we'll show them how it works and be able to help fund healthcare for all. We don't need people telling us what we can't do. Americans come together, we can do anything. We can be able to create healthcare for all those involved. We do the same thing that they do, get the same subsidies they do. Just work like them, but for good, not evil. We don't deny, we help by multiplying. And therefore, we don't have to, and we'll use their tax laws and everything so that we don't have to pay that much taxes, and then we can be able to help everybody else out. And I look at it this way, through love and positivity, and fusing that with capitalism, basically, that cares, there's no limit to what we can do. The wealth can grow amongst all of us a lot quicker, I believe, than effing people over, gouging them, and then talking down to them like billionaires do. Without us, they wouldn't be billionaires. They got in their head so big they think they can't fail. And the reality is, we're the ones that hold them up. And if we get to the mindset to say fuck them, then we grow while they go down. Got to have a strategy. Can't sit around expecting this shit just to change on its own. That's why we're going to become partners, and nobody's going to be taking advantage of nobody. We're just going to actively work to help one another get to the next level. And that's just by being partners in everything that we do. And it's not about me and you like being a business like together type of thing. It's about your family and how much you spend every month buying the products that we all agree upon, and buy them from another country or even here in bulk makes it lesser. The profit that is made is shared. Simple as that. You don't have to spend $150 for it when we can get it for $75, and you can split that up and profit 15, 30, I think, and 50%, and then start your own franchise with it so that you can do the exact same thing that I'm doing with starting it up, and have your own process and go through our network that we built of people of companies that we bought either overseas or here. And by having those, warehouses and different things, the more we grow, the more we buy, the less it costs, the more profit we make. That way, as a group of people that give a damn, and capitalism working like it should be, supply and demand, without gouging and just making a healthy profit and sharing that, we'll put the billionaires to shame. To shame. Because why would you want to buy shit if you're never going to get any profit off of it, or you're never going to get any money back? They always talking about take 30% off, 20% off. Fuck all that. How about $20, $30 back? Hell with that 20, 30% off shit. You never have to worry about 20 or 30% off. Because every time you buy, whatever it is, transparent. If I buy it for 10 and sell it for 35, that's $25 profit. And in between there, we share. You get 15% when you first start off at gold. You get 30% back if you're in platinum, and you get 50% back when you're a diamond, and you can start your own franchise after diamond. Come on now. Ain't nobody stupid. We could be able to make a life for ourselves a lot better than the way this government and the way this capitalism works. We can change capitalism without turning it into socialism like they always trying to make you afraid of. What's to be afraid of when you're making money every time you shop? Nothing. They don't know about this because they've never had the heart to think about the people. They've only thought about greed. It's crazy how this country's been around for almost 250 years, yet they've never thought of anything like this. And it's crazy how nobody has gave a damn about people enough to create capitalism that cares. They like capitalism that fuck people over, capitalism that gouges people, capitalism that's greedy as fuck. They never have thought of capitalism that cares. That's craziness. Well, I always thought about that since I was a kid, and I was waiting on that person that was going to be able to do it. Then I realized God put me here. I was the solution to this. I was the one who always wanted it, and therefore I was the one that's supposed to bring it. But like I said, it's not a me thing, it's a we thing. It's going to take us, we, to make this happen, even though it was God that gave it to me. It's a we thing, not a me thing. That's how this thing grows. That's how we take back the American dream, or at least give it to American dream, because we never had it before. We had the words and the phrase. We never had the actual solution to make it happen. All right. I'm going to let you guys get the rest of your night going. Again, Discord, if you're a member, you can go see the link to Discord. Also, we'll talk about partners. We'll end up having another meeting. We had one 2 Saturdays ago. I think it was. Yeah, it wasn't last Saturday, Saturday before. This Saturday will be another meeting for those who are a part of Black Unity. We'll be having a meeting this Saturday. But the following Saturday after that, I believe we'll have another one of our meetings with Project Infinity. So we'll look forward to that. Other than that, my TikTok, Friday, Chaka Music Lab. If you like old school music, bring 2 requests. I play my list, I play your list, and I close it out and have fun with it. We also have Sunday, and that's at 7:30 on Friday, Pacific Standard Time. On Sunday, Pacific Standard Time, we get to old school movies. So we'll watch something from, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever. I just randomly pick movies. The last one we saw was a black and white movie. And we'll probably see another black and white movie this weekend. We'll see this Sunday. But that's at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. Just to let you know. And on TikTok, I'm Mr. Straight Facts 23. Mr. Straight Facts 23. Hope you guys have a great night. Let me see if I'm going to give people love that came. My members that came. Thank you for coming. Kristen Thompson. Thompson. I was going to mess it up. Rude Independent Janet. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. I saw DJ in here. Appreciate you. You know that. Who else was in here? Let me see the members who are here. Thank you again for the donation, DJ. Monica Meadows, thank you. Yes, Discord. I have a Discord now, and the list should be for members. You should be able to have it. Let's see who else. Who else was here? Gotta give my members love. Alice Early. I don't know if you're still here. Appreciate you. Are you still in the United States? I know you was moving. I don't know if you're still in the U.S. Let me keep going. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm almost near the top. I see y'all in here. David Bickett again. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. Mark D is in the house. What's happening, bro? Thank you for stopping by. All right. I'll see you this Saturday. I put out the meeting for this Saturday for us who are in Black Unity or Be Heard. So that part we're going to be having. Anybody else? Just members on your Discord. Yeah, just members right now on the Discord. And then we'll see what happens from that point. Because again, everybody here is cool, but if anybody that isn't cool gets that, you know what I'm saying? It's like having somebody in your room that's doing some dirt, and I don't want any people that's doing dirt. So I know I ain't saying you guys are, but I just kind of like want to separate that so that we can have people who are dedicated to it 100%. That's the only reason. And again, the members are like the lowest is like what, 3 or 4.99 or something like that. So yeah, and it's all levels of membership. So if anybody's paying, no matter what, that's it. You're welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, much love to y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. I appreciate you. Keep your head up because this stuff is crazy. Even though we have a lot of problems with this country, I just want people to know 100% that we have some real, like, good people, really good people in the world. And it's just a situation where we have, like, in our rooms, when you see it, you know it. People are just good people. And thank God we don't have any real like nut jobs coming in here talking some craziness. It's not for them. One of the things that I realized is the community or the energy that you give, you receive. Uh, Although I give off this guy just tired of people shit and I go off on you. That's true because I'm tired of liars. I'm tired of people both sizing batshit crazy stuff. If it's batshit crazy, no matter where it comes from, Republican, Democrat, Independent, man, woman, child, dog, I don't care. If it's batshit crazy, I'm calling it out. If it's a lie, I'm calling it out. It just happens to be the biggest liars on the planet right now are MAGA because it's just nonsensical. That's why it's so hard to see a Democrat lying, even though some of them lie. It's just that the Republican side is so astronomically not the truth that you see the big lie and the small ones. You just be like, did he say something? That's just how it's been. But the whole process is when you bring in people who care and want some change, it'll happen. And I can see it in this room, and we're going to continue building on that. And that's why it's like we got to have that energy of people who are dedicated in our space. You know what I'm saying? So that if we're part of something, it grows. One of the things I noticed, and I've been doing this content game for a minute. One of the things that I have noticed, and no disrespect to anybody in life, but it's just true. If you really want to be a part of something and you're really going to be dedicated to something, all of us invest in that something. If you want to change your life, you go out and find that book and you buy it and you start changing your life. It's so crazy in our society when you offer stuff for free, people don't stay dedicated. They just don't. I done tried it. I done did so many things in my life where I done made it free. I was even way back on Facebook days and MySpace days, and I'm sitting here always trying to create solutions for everybody. I'm like, no, it's free, man. It's free. It'll help everybody. Nope, don't buy it. It's free. They're barely dedicated. They're there for a minute. But I've had times where I had to charge for different things because I was paying for it. Dedicated people always there. It's weird how that works, but it is what it is. So that's kind of like when I'm doing what I'm doing right now, I want people who are dedicated. I'm not going to be charging no crazy fees, but it's just the fact that I want you to come and want to be a part of changing the world the way we see it. And if you can be dedicated with nothing, I'm fine with that. But it hasn't proven itself out. It haven't bore itself out in my 54-year-old life. I done tried it. I'm done with that. Everybody, and again, like I said, it's what, $4.99 or something like that to be a part of something that's trying to change the world. Is nothing. You spend $9.99 for Netflix. So just saying it, 100%. We need to change the world. And the way we do it, we keep talking, we keep loving, we keep changing, and we keep on realizing where is our metric? Breaking the billionaires and making the American dream a reality and not just a slogan. Okay? All right. Love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. What is today? Thursday? Friday. I see you guys Friday about 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. As always, I see you when I see you.